Hello. This is a 2020 Royal Enfield Bullet Trials Works replica. They only made them 2 years, and 125 a year green frame, 125 a year red frame. So there's only 250 motorcycles in total. These 500 cc push rod with hydraulic lifters, push rod single, 500 cc with only 27 horsepower, but it's got 30 foot-pounds of torque. Now, it's only had 4,300 miles. Somebody's already added bar end weight mirrors, which are good. Up here, somebody has put a clock on there, which is cool. But, you know, yeah, it's the regular Bullet is the longest running motorcycle on earth, okay? It is from 1932 and they still make them. But this is the last, which is really the old school type of Bullet, even though, you know, basically it's a unit construction engine, but it shares the same bore and stroke as the old ones, and it's a 500 and they don't make 500s no more. And this is, it's got a kickstart, you know. So that's the cool thing. This might take me a minute, maybe not. Electronic fuel injection, but you can convert it to a carburetor. Look at these badges. Everything is super simple made, super easy to maintain. One of the only things I do not like about it is the pegs are solid. They don't fold up, but there's a reason for that, because it was good for trials work in the beginning. It was good because they could hit a bump or something if they leaned over and had their foot up for a second and the peg would jump back. But comes with a really a good quality sump guard. It is aluminum, but it's nice and thick. Everything, there is no plastic on this motorcycle. Everything is metal. Everything. The switch gear is good. It's not as nice really as you know, the 2026 Enfield, but it's still really nice. I mean, it's still, you know, it's on par with the regular Japanese stuff, right? But it's not fancy. All right. And there's no modes. This does have ABS. That's it, ABS. Fuel injection. Alright, vibration. Everybody gripes about vibration, but what they don't realize is the reason I didn't buy one years ago, when they're new, the motor's so tight that when you start it up, man, it just jumps all over the place. You'll think, man, no balance shaft in that motor, is horrible. But come to find out, you break them in easy, and then they get nice and smooth, as long as somebody didn't thrash it while they were breaking it in. And this one obviously was broken right, because I rode it up to 70 mile an hour. Right now, you can, it's vibrating, you can feel it, but it's soft vibration, slow RPM. And just when you're riding it, man, you can go 70, mirrors are clear. You know, it's a short wheelbase, 54, I think 54 inches, 54 and a half. And you know, it's not something you want to be going 80 and 90 mile an hour or anything with that short of a wheelbase. But it handles great, and it is real steady. The front end doesn't try to wobble, and you can just chug your way through almost any obstacle. It's got a fair amount of ground clearance. From back in the day, in the 50s and stuff like that, well, it was great. But it's nothing special nowadays, but you really don't need it, because you can chug with this. It's not like a Japanese motorcycle. You can fix everything very easily. You can maintain this motorcycle completely by yourself. Now, thanks to Volcanic Brown, his channel, I did realize, you know, that these can be very smooth, because I watched him ride at 70 mile an hour, see through the mirrors. You know, he said it's all about how you break them in. And I really stole this one, man. This is sweet. I do really like it. The only thing I do not like is that the pegs don't fold up. Other than that, thing's great. Yeah, I'll get a little bit more power out of it because it's choked down now so badly. I put on a better pipe, an air cleaner, and then do something to the ECU to rich it up a little bit, which actually helped the motor's longevity. But these motorcycles routinely last 60 to 100,000 miles before rebuild. And for a motorcycle this size and displacement, that's really good. The Indian Army used these all them years, and there's a reason. Extremely tough, quirky, but extremely tough. But just great. I just love this thing. It's so easy. The brakes are very good. That's another thing. The clutch is for an old school motorcycle, you know, with the clutch on this side and a primary chain. The clutch is very nice. It's on par with the Himalayans, but not quite as easy, but just great motorcycle, man. Show you the other side of this motorcycle. See, Kickstarter. Yeah. Air cleaner. Toolbox underneath there. Well, no, toolbox underneath this. And electric stuff underneath there. So, yeah, this thing is just great, man. Yep. I do love it. And look at that. Center stand. That is... A good motorcycle has to have a center stand, okay? You know, it's just like, come on now, you know, and a Kickstarter in reality. Where are you going to get a motorcycle with a Kickstarter anymore? Very difficult. You'd have to go buy a bizarre-looking DR650 Suzuki to get a Kickstarter, you know, pretty much, you know, so that's, and a carburetor, you know. Now, I like carburetors. This doesn't have one. If it fails, it's going to be the fuel injection. That's what happens with most modern vehicles. The first thing to fail is fuel injection. But anyhow, this is great. It's a great bike. I got a killer deal on it.